Title: George and Han Thi. Episode 2. The Letter I Never Sent. Background music: gentle piano, building with emotion as the story unfolds. Narrator tone: warm, introspective, like reading a diary. Soft rain begins to fall. Close-up of a notebook slowly opening, pages flipping. A page reads, "To Han Thi, I never had the courage." Narrator: some feelings are easier to write than to say out loud. Narration begins. Narrator: after George's confession, everything felt quiet, not awkward, not painful, just uncertain. Han Thi hadn't answered, and George respected that, but inside, he was torn. Scene: George's room. That night, George is sitting at his desk, holding a worn notebook. He flips through pages, full of doodles, poems, and unsent letters. Narrator: this was his journal, the place where he wrote everything he couldn't say. And there, between the lines, was the letter he never sent. George reads aloud softly. George: Dear Han Thi, I don't know when I started falling for you. Maybe it was when you laughed at my dumb jokes, or when you cried and trusted me with your pain. I wanted to tell you 100 times, but I was afraid of ruining us. Scene: flashback. Han Thi's birthday, 1st year ago. Narrator: he remembered that night, her birthday, her smile under the fairy lights. He almost told her then, but she was talking about another guy, someone she used to like. George's inner voice, softly: she was happy, and I couldn't be selfish. Scene: Han Thi's apartment. Next morning, Han Thi stares at her ceiling, thinking deeply. Narrator: Han Thi had barely slept. George's words kept echoing in her mind. Flashback voiceover: I think I've fallen in love with you. Han Thi, to herself: why now? Why didn't he say anything earlier? Does this change everything? Narrator: her heart felt heavy. She didn't want to lose him. But what if she didn't feel the same way? Scene: text from George. Phone buzzes. Message from George reads, I know you need time, just know. I'll wait. Narrator: George wasn't rushing her. He just needed her to know he meant what he said. That's what made it harder. Scene: Han Thi's flashback. Reading a poem. George wrote years ago. She pulls out an old-school notebook. Inside, there's a small piece of paper folded neatly. Han Thi reads aloud. Han Thi, you shine without knowing it, like the moon, unaware of its glow. If I could tell you, I would. But some things, maybe, are better left unknown. She stares in silence. Her eyes soften. Narrator: she had found that note years ago, but never asked him about it. Maybe she always knew. Scene: sunset bench. The next day, George is sitting alone. Han Thi walks up quietly. Han Thi, calmly: I read your old poem. I think I've always known. I just didn't want to lose you. George, soft smile: you won't. No matter what you feel, I'll always be here. A beat of silence. She sits beside him. Han Thi: I need to be honest too. I'm scared, but maybe, just maybe, part of me feels the same. They look at each other, not as best friends, but as something more. Maybe. Teaser for episode 3. Narrator: emotional music fades in. When emotions are confessed, what comes next? In the next episode of George and Han Thi. The distance between us. New emotions bloom. Misunderstandings arise, and a past secret may threaten their fragile beginning.